Good morning, Kingdom Kids families. I'm Marsha Pratt, the director. I want to welcome you back, either back or welcome you here for the first time. We're excited to have children back in the building after all these months. And it was great to meet all of you, and we hope you are feeling comfortable about sending your child back. Typically, the first day of school, as the children are in their shortened days, we have a parent meeting. We have decided not to do that as we're still trying to be careful, and the church is asking us to keep our numbers in the building down. So, a virtual meeting. So, bear with me. I'm going to be reading a little bit to you from some documents that you should already have. One is our COVID document, and one is just our parent handbook that we typically give out. The first thing it's important for you to know is that we are a praying school. The teachers gather together every morning before class to pray. We pray over the classrooms. We pray over your children. We pray for ourselves to be lifting God up and be seeking His guidance in all that we say. We would be honored to pray for you personally as well. So, as the year goes on, if there are concerns in particular that you would like to bring our attention, please let me know. Hand me a note. You can email me or talk to one of your children's teachers, and we would be honored to do that. As far as our COVID procedures, that seems to be the top of everyone's mind. I want you to feel confident that we have done lots of research and looked at what the Department of Ed and the American Academy of Pediatrics, the CDC, the local government, what the public schools are doing. We've taken that all into advisement and created the document that you have. This document was approved first by our board of directors of the school, of the preschool. It was then sent to the church. Mount Lebanon Evangelical Presbyterian Church has a board called the Session, which has several healthcare workers on that board, so those were very cautious eyes. The church also has a safety committee that has primarily been for building safety and a security system that we are installing soon, but also now the whole COVID situation has taken it up another level. So we've had lots of advisement, we've had lots of rewrites, and what we have here now is what we feel is best for this time. As we move ahead and conditions improve, we hope. Hopefully that will be revised. But for now, the main things that we are doing are taking temperatures as we practiced, and all the children seem to be fine with that. Lots of hand washing, sanitizing of hands, as well as all of the surfaces of the tables and the chairs where the children are. The bathrooms will be cleaned multiple times throughout the day, and a bigger cleaning between the morning and afternoon classes. We are wearing masks, which I know is difficult for all of us. All the kids did great coming in with them. The teachers are working to make this as easy as possible for them, with some breaks, with some games, with just a lot of encouragement. And we're just all learning this, as you know, together. Distancing was evident, I believe, in the classrooms. You can see that we have taken out some of the furniture. We've taken out some of the what we call the soft toys, the stuffed animals and dress-up clothes, and just some other things with soft surfaces have gone away for a while. Children will be directed a little more with toys, with playtime, for the time being, just so that there's not a lot of sharing. Although, rest assured, there will still be interactions with the kids. They are still going to be playing, as they should, because that is so good for their social and emotional health. We will be outside as much as possible on our rooftop play area, taking walks around the church, on the front lawns, just getting fresh air, having windows opened, possibly as well as the air conditioning to cool temperatures down. We know there's a bit of wastefulness just in all that we're doing to keep us safe, but just for a time being. So what we need to have you do is just be vigilant on your part at home. You know when your child's not acting right, and whether there's a fever or not. If you just have a hunch that they have anything, please keep them home. And certainly any of the COVID symptoms, if you have traveled out of the country, out of the state, if you have been around anyone that has COVID or is suspected of having COVID, please keep your children home, because if we do have a case within one of our families, we will most likely be shutting down for the 2 weeks, if that is still what's recommended. For the time being, we will not be able to have visitors in the school. Parents cannot come in, and that makes us sad. We like when parents come in to help with library days and escorting for our screenings, but for now, we just need to keep our numbers down. We will have some extra adults. We have some therapists that come in, speech therapy, occupational therapy, personal aids for children, and we just felt that that was vital to keep our classrooms running smoothly. At this time, we will not be having any special events like our Christmas program. I'm not even going to talk about the spring yet, because we're hoping by then that we can have some kind of a family event, and just know that that is still our priority, that our families are important to us, but we're just taking baby steps right now. Snack time is also different. Typically, if you have not been here before, we take turns bringing snack in, and it's just a fun time for the children to get to pass out their own snack and to share birthday snacks. But for now, again, to keep the touching down, we, as we told you in conferences, are asking you to bring a healthy snack for your child. Remember, no peanuts, no tree nuts, something that's totally disposable. We don't want things going back and forth. As we've told you also with the backpacks, no backpacks, please. We're just trying to keep things very simple. We'll be sending home certainly craft projects and newsletters and updates, but as far as bringing back and forth foods and things like that, we're not going to be doing that. All right, I'm going to go into our parent home handbook now, which a lot of this your teachers have gone over with you, and we talked about staggering the schedule, which was another advisement from our safety team, to have different classes come at different times. So right now, our Cardinals and Robins will be coming at 10 till 9 and finishing up on a typical day at 10 till 12. The Bluebirds and Doves will be here from 9 to 12. And the Sparrows just get to come their regular time all the time, 12:30 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Remember that the first day is a shortened day, so the morning classes will be here from 9 to 10:30 and the afternoon from 12:30 to 2. The Robins will start their longer day, their longer Thursday, the second week of school, and we'll have lunch that day. Dress your child appropriately. We like to have fun. We like to make messes. We go outside. So closed-toed shoes, tennis shoes are the best, and clothes that you don't care if they get paint stains or dirt stains, not your fancy clothes. We have given you information on a Remind app, which is a simple app to download. I don't use it a lot, but it's just one of my go-tos when we need to close the school. Last year we used this a lot. There was a water main break in Carrick that affected us. We needed to close last minute. Our church was vandalized and our door was shattered, so we needed to close last minute. We needed to close actually March 12th for an outbreak of the flu, and we needed to just do a deep clean, and of course that turned into the whole coronavirus shutdown. Remind is just a quick, it's not a long message, but it may even just refer you to your email. We ask you also to just be diligent with looking at school emails. I'll be sending out videos from time to time, information about upcoming events, any changes in the school, and that's how your teachers will communicate with you as well. And because you won't have the day-to-day communication that you typically do at drop-off and pickup with the teachers, that's a good thing to be paying attention to. Children they do have, as you saw, their mailboxes in the hallways. We will probably just be sending things home once a week, because it will be the teachers needing to get the papers to all of the children without backpacks. It's a little cumbersome. So if you don't get something one day, ask them stories about what they've done that day. A lot of what we do is not on a piece of paper. It's in their heads. We hope it's in their hearts. A lot of the Bible studies and the scriptures, that's what we hope they're just hiding in their hearts forever. If you have someone else that will be picking up your child, I know some of you will be carpooling, and I'll be pretty quick to remember who that is. But if for a day grandma or aunt or neighbor is going to be picking up your child, please give me that in writing. When you meet me at the door, write their name, or if it's going to be dropping them off, send me an email is the best matter to do that. This I mentioned the security system. You know, now we have the buzzer system. So once it's about 9:10, 9:15, and I know that you're all here, I will be locking that outside door, and then that inside door is locked as well. If you need to come early, if you get a call that your child is sick, or if you need to pick up for whatever reason, there's a doorbell outside. One of the staff people will hear that and open the door for you. Down the road, hopefully this year, we have funding as a church for a pretty elaborate system that will involve a camera there that I will be able to see who's there and buzz you in from my door. So know that the kids are very safe. If you happen to hear the buzzer, the doors, there's a security lock when we're here, and if the children are going with their teacher up to the gym or up to the roof and they don't move fast enough, there's a buzzer that's pretty loud, and we'll let them know that they need to move a little faster. Lunch Bunch is on hold until further notice. I know you're all anxious for that, and we will be missing that as well. We'll let you know. CDC is still recommending keeping children in what they call pods or families, so we're considering now each of our classes to be a pod. And those of you that have been here before know that Lunch Bunch is a mix of different classes together. The exception is that the Robbins class that runs later on Thursday is a Lunch Bunch pod, as it were. So they will be having lunch on Thursdays. We ask that you not send toys in with your children, again, with the coronavirus, but also it's just hard because they want to have their toys and they don't want to share. And we have school toys. We use that once in a while. We'll have show and tell. The teachers will let you know about that, and then they can bring something from home. Tuition is due once a month. It is due on the first day of the month. So, for example, the first day of school, tuition is due. I know you have paid already in June, those of you that registered early. Those that have been registering these last couple of weeks, that's the September payment that you have paid. We pay ahead of a month, so that by April is your last payment, and there's not a payment in May. If there is, for those of you that have just registered and just paid your first payment, we can talk if that's a hardship to have the second payment in September. We can talk about delaying that to May. If you need to withdraw your child, we would like to have 30 days notice. Again, with the coronavirus, our rules are a little more flexible this year, but we have a budget to follow as well, and we often have a wait list. I anticipate we will have, as things improve, we will have children wanting to get back into the schools. So please be courteous and let us know as soon as possible if you need to withdraw for whatever reason. The parking lot is a crazy place, as you will see, with lots of you coming and going at the same time. Please be cautious as you are pulling in and pulling out, and as you're getting your children out of the car. Don't allow them to run in the parking lot. Please keep a close eye on them because they are our most precious possessions. Other than that, there are forms that you need to sign. Many of you have done that already. There's a COVID waiver. Just stating that you realize that COVID is there and we are doing all that we humanly can to keep your child safe. There is just a form that you let us know that you have read the COVID packet, and also another one, just a form saying that you have read our parent handbook. Sorry for all the paperwork at the beginning of the year here, but we hope that you will feel that you're well informed. We hope that you feel that you can communicate with us easily. Email is probably the best way. You can certainly call the phone, but I'm not always in the office. I like to be down in the classrooms with the children, so the email is the best, and I will check that and get back to you. We can also chat at the door, at drop-off and pickup. We just thank you for all your cooperation. We thank you for your children. Our hearts are so full of joy to have them back in the building. The whole the other side of the church too, all the administrators and pastors are just thrilled to see the children, because that's just our joy. Jesus loved the little children and called them to him. He made them to be so very precious. And so we thank you, and we are praying for you, and we hope for a happy and healthy year for all. Thanks.